Hello, Tim from Fair Play Now on the 4th of July 2023. So I had a interesting conversation with the lady who was my last customer of the day. I was around there just replacing an extract fan in a bathroom. Job went nicely, and near the end she was talking about cash and how she and her husband had this very annoying experience at a coffee shop somewhere. Apparently he went to get them some stuff and he queued in quite a long line of people for a fair while, and then when he got to the counter he saw a sign saying card payments only, and he only had cash on him, no cards or anything, so he sort of couldn't get the coffees and whatever they're having, and I think they both found it very annoying. She obviously found it annoying because she was talking to me about it, and of course I was saying my piece. You know, there's no way we should be losing cash. We should have the option of paying for goods and services in any way we see fit, and that must include cash. So that leads me nicely onto a couple of bits of news I've seen recently. First of all, I saw an article from, I'm pretty sure it was a Telegraph, and there was a headline in there from a day or two ago about how Sunak's Britcoin initiative, apparently that's what the CBDC for the UK is going to be called if it ever comes in, the Britcoin, and he announced it when he was still Chancellor of the Exchequer, and there's been consultations on it. As you'll know, you may well have signed it yourself, and apparently this mainstream media article was talking about the massive amount of pushback that this Britcoin has got, and how its progress may well be suffering a very serious setback indeed because of it. And that is really, really good news. And to kind of add fuel to the fire, I've also seen that GB News has launched a campaign called Don't Kill Cash, and it's something they're doing to raise the importance of this issue and how we must save cash and how we can't be doing away with it. And they have a petition that you can sign to make sure that cash isn't killed, basically. I'll leave a link to that in the description box below. A lady sent that link to me, and she just signed it. I've just signed it as well, and yeah, you can sign it if you want to. So it's GB News's Don't Kill Cash petition and campaign, and the link to it will be in the description box below if you want to sign that. Now, I know a lot of people, quite a lot of viewers, think that GB News is controlled opposition and signing petitions is useless, etc. I'm in two minds about that personally, but as I was talking to a couple of people at the stand in the park I went to a couple of days ago, and one of the guys there was saying, I really don't care about controlled opposition and shills or anything like that. If a certain entity, body of people, publication, whatever, if they're putting out the right message, I don't care whether they're controlled opposition or not. That's basically what this guy was saying, and that echoed my sentiments as well. That's exactly how I feel. If they're putting the right message out there, I'm not really concerned as to whether they're controlled opposition or not, to be honest with you. Okay, it might be someone right at the top of the powers that shouldn't be pyramid, is playing some kind of game of sort of 5-dimensional chess, and sort of positive initiatives like this are actually going to be harmful to us in the end. I don't know anything about that. My brain's too small to think about things like that. And all I'm going to say is, if I see something that looks good, it's waking up the masses to these kind of issues, I'm going to just accept it as a good thing, to be honest with you. So that is my take on that. And I think as far as the cash thing's concerned, it is working. GB News is a relatively mainstream thing. It's a station that goes into many living rooms out there. There's probably people just in this close here alone watching it, let alone everywhere else in the country. And that means there's many people who now know about the importance of cash, why we mustn't lose cash. I wish I'd known about this GB News petition when I was talking to that lady, actually, but it was only after I got home that I saw this email from the lady who sent me the link to it. I've only just found out about this myself, so hopefully if you're unaware of it, I've helped redress that situation for you as well. And maybe you can go out and talk to some of your kind of normie friends about the importance of keeping cash, because it's one thing we can all unite behind, you see. It doesn't matter about what differences we've had over other issues. Nobody, I don't think, who are kind of normal people want to lose cash, because it's such an important thing. It's an important part of freedom to have the freedom to pay for things however you see fit. And I think, without going into the complete dystopian side of things, if we lose cash, how bad that's going to be, it's also going to be bad because, how are you going to tip the waitress at the restaurant? How are you going to sort of put a bit of money into a charity box on the counter at the pub there, and all of these things, that all relies on cash. And people, I think the vast majority of people out there don't want to lose their cash, or at the very least, even if they're totally addicted to card payments and phone payments and all of that, they still respect other people's right to be able to use cash. So I think it's something that a lot of people can get behind and unite behind. So in that way, I think it's a good thing as well. So yeah, sort of keep it cash, don't kill cash. A very important message that we can all kind of get behind. And like I say, if you're interested in signing that petition, the link will be in the description box below. So just a very quick add-on to what I was saying about that lady and the extract fan. She sent me a text, which I've only just seen, basically thanking me for the work I've done. So I texted her back saying, my pleasure, and feel free to come back to me if you need anything else in the future. And then, rather cheekily, I put in the link to that GB News Don't Kill Cash petition and sent it off. I don't normally mix work and other things, but I thought it was appropriate in light of her story. And then she sent me a text back saying thanks for the link to the petition. So she's obviously quite pleased to receive it. And yeah, hopefully she and her husband will be signing it, and hopefully as well quite a few of her friends and extended family as well. So the word's spreading, I think, about the importance of keeping cash, and this kind of thing proves it, I think. So gonna leave it there. Tim from Fair Play Now, thanks for watching.